People say, well, Sean, isn't that the idea? You're looking for something to help you lose weight? No, no, no. Listen to me. I was simply looking for the right motions to go through to lose the weight. I wasn't looking for a lifestyle change. I want to drink that or eat just that, and I want the weight to fall off. I don't want to deal with changing my lifestyle. I kind of like eating ice cream at 1 in the morning, you know? I don't want to have to ever change that. I mean, give me a magic something to get the weight off, and I would lose weight, but it was never permanent. And that's when I would yo-yo, gain it all back. I'll never forget, in 2004, losing 115 pounds. I was on my way. This was it. And the whole time I was losing that weight, I was looking forward to when I could cut loose and eat whatever I wanted. I was making it hard. It didn't have to be. I didn't know it. I thought that's just the way it was. I lost 115 pounds. When I remember going to weigh day and crossing the 100-pound loss mark. I'd never lost 100 pounds in my entire life. I weighed, I had lost officially 103 pounds. I said, let's go eat. And we went straight to the Hideaway, and I had the biggest bowl of mushrooms all to myself. Don't touch my mushrooms. My kids are in attendance here tonight. Where are my daughters? Right up there. Yeah, Amber and Courtney. They remember that trip. You remember that trip? Yeah. No, this was Dad's order. Order your own. Right? Remember? I must have 5,000 calories worth of pizza and mushrooms that night. Because it was simply a means to lose weight. Me counting calories and exercising back then, I wasn't looking for a change at all. I was looking forward to reaching certain goals so I could go and pig out. So that's why it wasn't permanent weight loss. That's why I gained it back. Because I wasn't making these changes up here. And that's the biggest difference. From day one, this hasn't been a struggle like you might think. It's all in the way your mind is set. It's all in the way you look at it. Oh my goodness, if you would have told me, I don't know if it would have made a difference. But if somebody would have told me 15, 20 years ago what it would feel like to weigh 258 pounds, to weigh what I did when I was 12, as a grown man, the freedom to move, the freedom to get on a bike and stand up and ride through this area here, if somebody would have found a way to convey that feeling to me, I don't know if it would have made a difference or not, but man, I would have thought that was the most amazing thing. 590 days ago, I was outside this auditorium trying to get around one time. Not the trail, but the building itself. That's how bad it was. And you progress, and it gets easier, and it gets easier, but it's a lifestyle change. It's never permanent before. A lot of people say, well, Sean, boy, you're sure a big talker. Yeah, why don't you get to where you're headed and check back with me in about 5, 10 years. We'll see how you're doing. And I'm telling them, oh no, this is seriously for real. This is seriously for real. Never before in my life have I had a clarity like I have now. Now, people say, Sean, come on. Surely you struggle. Yes. Just driving here tonight, you got to drive by the signs. Oh my gosh, I'm a food addict. I'll admit it. That was part of this whole process, is coming to terms with my addiction to food. I'll tell you that right now. Just on the way here, you see the signs. You drive by them all the time. 2 corn dogs for $1. 2 corn dogs for $1. That's just good money sense. I mean, and tasty. You know, the signs are everywhere, and trying to get us to come in and try this. An entire carton of Brahms ice cream for $2.99, any flavor? Sign me up. You know how hard it is not to pull in there and get one of those. But you know what? It's not about deprivation either. It's about coming to terms, for me it was, coming to terms with my food addiction. I had to stop telling myself, every time I tried to lose weight, I would always tell myself, Sean, you can't eat this anymore. You can't have ice cream. Forget about ever having pizza again. You're done. I would tell myself crazy things like this, and people do it. I run into people all the time. Well, I made my list. Well, I'm saying, what list are you making? Well, I'm going to start losing weight, so I've got a list here of special foods that I'm going to go buy from the grocery store. I say, well, wait a second. Is that what you normally eat? Well, no. But if I eat this stuff, I'll lose weight. I say, you gotta eat what you would normally eat. That's what I've done. That's what's worked for me. Because it's got to be a lifestyle change, and the changes have got to come from where you are. And it's such a clarity now, after 590 days and 247 pounds later, how that works. But no, I'm not perfect. I've learned a psychological dynamic here recently, and if anyone are there any blog readers here that reads my blog? Yeah. You know, from reading, I have discovered a psychological dynamic I wasn't quite prepared for. After losing 247 pounds, sometimes you can get a little lax on the workouts. Because, hey, look how far we've come. If I don't get out there and get that 5K in, or get that bike ride in, I'll do it later. I feel good. It's all right. So that's something I'm working on right now. But I want to tell you something. You're here tonight to get into this Lose to Win program. And I want to tell you that you can get your weight loss goals and you can grab control and you really, honestly can achieve them. If I'm sitting in an auditorium 20 years ago and somebody standing on stage said that to me, I would say, whatever. You don't know me. Well, I may not know you, but I know some of the fundamentals that you're going to learn in this program from wonderful folks like Melissa Walden and Dr. Amy and some of the fine sponsors offering their services. The fundamentals that you're going to learn, the lifestyle changes that you could discover will take you there. But it's got to be a decision. People ask me all the time, Sean, when was it? What clicked? What happened? It was an ironclad decision that this time was going to be different than any other time. This time was going to be the time that I did it. And you know who I had to battle? I had to battle hard. Me. We're our worst enemy. We try to talk ourselves out of our success all the time. We tell ourselves lies, and we believe them. You know? You gotta stop telling yourself lies, and you gotta stop trying to sabotage yourself. I knew that from day one. I didn't have a choice. I did not have a choice. That little funeral scenario, that was going to happen. Who knows how long, you know? Only God knows. I could have had another 3 or 4 years, maybe 5 or 10, who knows? Maybe I could have lived to 50, maybe. Over 500 pounds, I doubt it. Maybe 43, 45, maybe. That was going to happen. That change was going to come, and it was going to grab me by the collar, and it was going to slam me down to the ground. And it was going to leave those 2 little girls without a dad. That change was coming. And I decided on day one that I was going to choose the change before the change chose me. Because that's what you got to do.